Appendicitis is one of the most common surgical emergencies in the world, a condition that has troubled humanity for centuries and continues to present itself in hospitals across the globe every single day. It is an inflammation of the appendix, a small finger-like pouch attached to the large intestine on the lower right side of the abdomen. For many years, the appendix was considered a useless remnant of evolution, a structure with no particular purpose, but modern science has suggested that it may play a minor role in immunity and in maintaining healthy gut bacteria. Regardless of its function, when it becomes inflamed, the result is a medical problem that can escalate quickly from mild discomfort to a life-threatening emergency if not treated in time. The story of appendicitis often begins with a vague pain near the belly button, something that could be dismissed as indigestion, gas, or a stomach bug. But as the hours pass, that pain tends to shift downward and settle in the lower right side of the abdomen. What makes appendicitis particularly deceptive is that the symptoms can vary widely between individuals. Some may feel sharp stabbing pain, others a dull ache, while in children and the elderly the signs may be even more atypical, leading to delays in diagnosis. Alongside the pain, nausea, vomiting, loss of appetite, and low-grade fever are common. The body's immune system responds to the inflammation by releasing white blood cells, and this infection can progress rapidly if the appendix swells to the point of rupture. Once it bursts, bacteria spill into the abdominal cavity, causing peritonitis, a dangerous and potentially fatal infection that requires urgent intervention. The exact cause of appendicitis is not always clear, but in most cases it results from a blockage in the appendix. This blockage may be caused by hardened stool, swollen lymphoid tissue, parasites, or even foreign bodies. Once the appendix is obstructed, mucus and bacteria accumulate, pressure builds, and blood flow is compromised, leading to infection and inflammation. Because the appendix is a closed-ended tube, once it is blocked there is no outlet for the buildup, and the risk of rupture increases with each passing hour. This explains why appendicitis is considered an emergency, and why medical professionals emphasize early detection and treatment. Diagnosing appendicitis is not always straightforward. There is no single test that provides absolute certainty, and doctors often rely on a combination of patient history, physical examination, and imaging studies. During an exam, a physician may press on the abdomen to check for tenderness, particularly in the right lower quadrant. Rebound tenderness, where pain worsens when pressure is quickly released, is another classic sign. Blood tests often show elevated white blood cell counts, indicating infection. Ultrasound can be useful, particularly in children and pregnant women, while CT scans provide a more definitive view and are commonly used to confirm the diagnosis in adults. Despite these tools, misdiagnosis still occurs, since many gastrointestinal conditions mimic appendicitis, including urinary tract infections, kidney stones, ovarian cysts, Crohn's disease, and even simple gastroenteritis. Once the diagnosis is established, the standard treatment has long been surgical removal of the appendix, known as an appendectomy. This can be done through an open surgery with a single incision in the lower abdomen, or more commonly today, through laparoscopic surgery, which uses several small incisions and a camera to guide the instruments. Laparoscopy usually results in less post-operative pain, quicker recovery, and smaller scars. In most cases, surgery resolves the problem permanently, since once the appendix is gone it cannot become inflamed again. Patients typically recover within a few weeks, and complications are rare if the appendix has not ruptured prior to surgery. In recent years, however, there has been growing interest in non-surgical management for certain cases of uncomplicated appendicitis. Research has shown that antibiotics alone may sometimes resolve the infection and allow the appendix to heal without removal. This approach is appealing to some patients who wish to avoid surgery, but it remains controversial. While antibiotics can be effective in the short term, there is a risk of recurrence since the underlying cause of blockage is not removed. Many surgeons continue to recommend appendectomy as the definitive treatment, particularly for younger patients, while acknowledging that antibiotics may be an option in select situations. The debate reflects the evolving nature of medical science and the desire to balance effectiveness with patient preference and safety. When the appendix ruptures, the situation becomes far more dangerous. Pus and bacteria spread throughout the abdominal cavity, leading to widespread infection and inflammation. The condition known as peritonitis requires immediate surgery to clean the abdomen and remove the appendix, often accompanied by strong intravenous antibiotics to control infection. Recovery is longer and complications more likely in these cases. Abscesses may form, requiring drainage, and patients may face prolonged hospital stays. This is why doctors stress that anyone experiencing persistent abdominal pain, particularly in the lower right side, should seek medical care without delay. Children present a unique challenge when it comes to appendicitis. Their symptoms are often less specific, and they may not be able to describe their pain clearly. Sometimes they simply appear irritable, refuse food, or have vague stomach aches. Because of this, appendicitis in children is more likely to be diagnosed late, increasing the risk of rupture. Pediatric surgeons and emergency physicians are trained to maintain a high level of suspicion for appendicitis in children with unexplained abdominal pain, and parents are advised to seek prompt medical evaluation rather than waiting to see if symptoms improve on their own. Similarly, in elderly patients, the signs of appendicitis may be muted, with less obvious pain or fever, which again increases the risk of complications. Pregnant women pose another diagnostic challenge, as the growing uterus shifts the position of the appendix, sometimes causing pain in unusual locations, and imaging options are limited to protect the fetus. The history of appendicitis treatment is a fascinating reflection of medical progress. In earlier centuries, before modern surgical techniques and anesthesia, a ruptured appendix was often fatal. It was not until the late 19th century that appendectomy became a recognized surgical procedure. The development of antiseptic techniques, anesthesia, and later antibiotics dramatically improved outcomes. What was once a common cause of death became a routine and highly successful surgery. The story of appendicitis thus mirrors the broader story of medical advancement, where knowledge, technology, and experience combined to transform outcomes that were once grim into hopeful recoveries. Lifestyle does not directly cause appendicitis in the way it contributes to conditions like heart disease or diabetes, but certain factors have been observed. Appendicitis is slightly more common in younger people, particularly between the ages of 10 and 30, though it can occur at any age. Some studies have suggested that diets low in fiber and high in processed foods may contribute by increasing the risk of stool blockages, but the evidence is not definitive. Genetics may also play a role, with some families showing higher rates of appendicitis than others. Regardless of cause, the condition seems to strike unpredictably, and no reliable method of prevention has been established. The psychological and emotional aspects of appendicitis are often overlooked, but they are real. For a patient rushed to the emergency room with severe abdominal pain, the fear of surgery, anesthesia, and possible complications can be overwhelming. Parents of young children with suspected appendicitis experience enormous anxiety, especially when facing the possibility of a ruptured appendix. Patients who undergo emergency surgery may struggle with the suddenness of the event, needing time to process the experience afterward. Fortunately, outcomes are generally excellent, and recovery allows patients to return to normal life, often with a newfound appreciation for the importance of listening to one's body and seeking medical help when something feels wrong. Around the world, access to treatment for appendicitis varies. In wealthier countries with advanced healthcare systems, diagnosis and surgery are usually swift, and mortality rates are extremely low. In lower-income regions, however, limited access to imaging, surgery, and antibiotics can turn appendicitis into a far more dangerous condition. Delays in diagnosis and treatment lead to higher rates of rupture and complications. This highlights the importance of global health equity, where something routine in one country remains life-threatening in another. Organizations working to improve surgical care in underserved areas often cite appendicitis as one of the most urgent needs, since timely surgery can make the difference between life and death. Looking to the future, medicine continues to refine the management of appendicitis. Advances in minimally invasive surgery have already reduced recovery times and complications, and robotic-assisted procedures are being explored in some centers. Research into non-surgical treatments continues, with some clinical trials suggesting that antibiotics may be safe for carefully selected patients, potentially changing the standard of care. Improved imaging and diagnostic tools are helping doctors distinguish appendicitis from other abdominal conditions more quickly and accurately, reducing unnecessary surgeries. These innovations reflect the broader trend in medicine toward precision, where treatments are tailored to individual circumstances rather than applied in a one-size-fits-all approach. Appendicitis serves as a reminder of how something small can cause such significant disruption. The appendix is often forgotten in daily life, but when it becomes inflamed, it can bring everything to a halt, forcing urgent decisions and medical intervention. It is a condition that highlights the importance of awareness, swift action, and trust in medical expertise. For patients who undergo appendectomy, the scar may remain as a small mark on the body, but the experience often leaves a larger imprint on memory, a reminder of vulnerability and resilience. For society, appendicitis illustrates the importance of healthcare systems capable of responding to emergencies quickly. It is not a disease that can be managed at home or delayed indefinitely. It demands decisive action, trained professionals, and surgical resources. The relatively low mortality rate in modern hospitals is a testament to the progress of medicine, but also a reminder of the fragility of that progress in places where resources are scarce. Ultimately, appendicitis is more than just a medical condition. It is a story of pain, urgency, and recovery. It touches young and old, rich and poor, and appears suddenly, often without warning. Its treatment represents one of the triumphs of modern surgery, transforming what was once a frequent cause of death into a manageable and routine emergency. And yet it continues to demand respect, reminding both doctors and patients that even the smallest part of the human body can have the power to bring life to the edge of danger. In facing appendicitis, we confront both the limitations and the achievements of medicine, and in recovering from it we are reminded of the resilience of the human body and the value of swift, skilled care.